Right, Joe Leigh here, 4 seconds out. Joining me is Adam Moralee, Joe Joyce, the Juggernaut, and Sam Jones. Sam's been shouting at everyone on the street.
No, I haven't been shouting at everyone. Don't do that.
A lot of old people.
No. What I said was, I said Shane needs some sun cream, and I said there's 15 bald men on this bus, and nobody's got some sun cream. I wasn't attacking bald people.
Sam, I'll come to you first. How delighted are you that Joe's got a test this next month, July 24th, against Carlos Takam?
A test? Yeah.
Biggest test of his career? That was a question.
Not really, I don't know. Joe's had hard fights from the get-go. But you see your Jennings, Stiverne, I can't even remember. Ian Lewis and 10-round debut. He's had hard fights his whole career. So I would say probably Takam's been at the world level. So it is a very tough fight, and he's not going to be taken lightly. But Joe's never took any easy fights, and that's just a testament to him.
Joe, do you think this is the toughest test of your career so far?
I thought Dubois was a good fight, a good test, and Takam is definitely a good test as well. But you know, I'm confident in my abilities, and I'm going for that world title, so I'm ready for everyone.
How soon do you think you can get a world title shot if you are successful then?
I see how boxing is, so we never know. But I'm just confident in my team. Sam and Adam here to chat with Warren, and they can sort of deal out a route for me for the world title, but probably like the WBO route probably.
Yeah, Adam, I'll come to you now. Who do you think the most likely person is that Joe will have to fight when it comes to fighting for that world title shot?
That's a good question. I think AJ Usyk fight, Joe becomes the #1, Joe becomes the mandatory, then they'll let Fury and Joshua, fingers crossed, fight each other, and then after that, you know, Joe's got to fight the winner, but will Fury or Joshua, whoever wins, want to fight Joe Joyce? You know, so who do I think's likely? Probably #1 Fury, if not Fury. Who's highly ranked? Maybe a Joseph Parker. He'll fight, but you know, Joe will fight anyone. Joe will fight anyone. He's shown he'll fight anyone. He could have had an easy, keep busy fight. He didn't want one. He's taken on Carlos Takam, who, as Sam says, is at the world level. And I think 2022 will be Joe's title shot, and I really hope it's a big one. I really, really hope it's a Fury. Fantastic.
As Adam just said, you'll fight anyone. Do you think everyone wants to fight you? Do you think there are people that'll dodge you?
Probably not. I've known my whole career. It's been very hard to match me and get fights.
Who's turned him down?
We got Takam. Takam. Went to Vegas and we said free sparring, and Takam didn't even turn up. His coach turned his phone off.
Maybe he was saving his skills for July 24th.
I'm sure he was.
Joe, proud to go to the landmark. Excited for the press conference?
Yeah, it should be good. Should be interesting.
How have you enjoyed the day so far?
Yeah, it's been brilliant weather, and you know, seeing the sights of London, the people milling about. Yeah, it's been a good trip so far.
Your name's on the front as well, future world champion. I'll put a picture on screen now. It's not too bad.
It's cool, mate.
Yeah.
Sam?
Yes.
AJ versus Fury. I just want to quickly get your thoughts on that.
And also, that's my thoughts.
That's your thoughts?
It's not happening, is it? I can't talk about a fight that's not taking place.
But why do you think that is? Are you surprised that it's not happening?
Because Wilder won an arbitration case. Wilder, there was an arbitration case going on. I think that they were very confident that he wasn't going to win, but he has won, and Wilder's fighting Fury, and AJ looks as though he's going to fight Usyk.
And obviously that must be frustrating for you, because Joe was almost set to fight Usyk, and now it's not happening.
Yeah, it was very frustrating, because the first reason is Joe's couldn't capitalise on a great win that he had back in November. But secondly, I think Joe says himself, he wanted to see the fight between AJ Fury because it's the top two boys in the division. I mean, Fury conclusively beat Wilder. No one really wants us to see that again, but I suppose it's still intriguing because Wilder's still got a puncher's chance. But look, we want Joe to fight the champion now. Whether that's AJ, whether it's Fury, whether it's Usyk, whoever it may be, we want Joe to fight the winner. When he gets his time, Joe wants to face the legitimate champion, and if that's the undisputed championship, then fantastic.
In reality, it doesn't make any difference, because Joe was fighting Usyk for the interim title, and then when he beat Usyk, he would have fought the champion. Now he's just going to be mandatory and fight the champion, so it doesn't really delay the world championship for Joe.
Yeah.
It's just a slightly different way around it. That's all.
Did you expect this to happen, Joe? Were you expecting the Fury AJ fight to happen?
In boxing, I expect the unexpected. So, I mean, there's a case for now for the Olympics, and like they're going to look into the judging and stuff. So I don't know. I don't expect anything, but like you never know. Boxing is always unpredictable. That's why we love it.
Were you adjusting your skill set to fight Usyk? Were you in sort of very early preparations?
Yeah, I started, getting my head around sparring southpaws and practicing like techniques and stuff what I would use for him. So yeah, it was, I was kind of like getting my head around it and getting ready for the challenge.
Is that when you called Takam to get a little spar on, or was this a long while back?
Well, after the 25th announcement, I knew to hold fire on flying in southpaws over to spar Joe, because we thought, yeah, this might happen. But no, Takam was when Joe was actually going out to Vegas, and he was basically when Joe has a first spar, it's like you break somebody in. It was his first spar, and this is when Joe was still on the cakes. He was just flying over to Vegas, and he wasn't even like, he was 9 weeks out of a fight. And we organised to spar Takam, and he just literally didn't show up. So, hopefully he shows up to fight this time. I'm sure he will, because he's getting a paycheck.
A bit of a different question for you, Joe. But once you obviously turned over from being in the Olympics, how quickly did you think you'd get to world level fighting for a world title? Obviously, COVID's got in the way, but do you think you're kind of on track from when you left the amateurs?
Kind of. I mean, obviously you start off with your first year, like what, 6 fights, then you go into like, you move up a level, and then it's like what, 4 fights, and then like the higher you go up, then you get less fights per year. But I've been doing pretty well. I've fought some good names. I've won like a lot of belts already, but and I was this close to fight for an interim WBO against Usyk, and I'm still around about that area. So once I beat Takam, then it's I'm ready for anyone. So I just, who wants it basically.
Mm-hmm. Where do you think Joe would be without COVID, Sam?
Without COVID?
Yeah.
Probably where we are now, because the fight with Daniel Dubois still happened. It would have been
sooner.
It would have been a lot sooner.
To a packed 0-2 as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I think we've been one fight ahead, maybe.
Yeah.
1 or 2 max.
The thing is, from the outset, Joe's boxer, again, I need to bring this up, but when Ian Lewison's fight before Joe, he retired on his stool, I think, in the 11th round against Dillian Whyte for a British title. Joe boxed him for his debut in a 10-round debut. Yeah, he was a bit of a, came in the fight looking a bit like a Christmas pudding, but Joe's still
dangerous. It was still swinging them handbag shots at them, freaking
still a dangerous fight,
heavy lever at me.
Absolutely. Yeah. And then, as I say, if you look at his trajectory since then, he was fighting for a Commonwealth title, I believe, in his 4th fight. Mm-hmm. And he's won the Commonwealth title twice, British title, European, 2 WBA, an international and intercontinental, a WBC silver, a European. I've probably missed a WBC. Yeah, I've missed a few belts off there. The only belt he hasn't won now is a world title, and that's next.
Mm-hmm. Right, I'll come to all of you for this last one. Sam, I'll start with you. Predictions for July 24th. I'm not talking about Wilder Fury.
Pain.
Pain, I like that. One word
I like
answer.
it, yeah.
Joe?
Destruction.
Then Adam?
I think
best bit of vocabulary here.
I think mid to late round stoppage.
Nice. Alright, thanks.
So in a word, come on, Adam.
In one word?
Yeah.
Stoppage.
Ferocious.
Stoppage.
Alright, stoppage. That'll do. Thank you. Thanks.
Big stinking KO.
Big stinking.